and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the all-new Audi Q4 E-Tron. Now this car is the S-Line Launch Edition 40, so it comes with a range of between 270 and 300. Right now I've got 76% battery and it's showing 272 miles. I gave it a top up yesterday, and in my short-term memory stats, yesterday I was getting between 4.6 and 5 miles per kilowatt hour, which is pretty impressive. Let's talk to you about this car then. So this car is the launch edition. What that means is it comes with some nice options, but not everything. So nice Sonos sound system, leather seats, finished in mythos black. I can't see anything else from that. No issues from a drivability perspective in the time I've had the car. It is very easy to drive. It's an Audi, full of high quality materials, easy to drive, very, very comfortable. Price on this car is £50,000. It's a lot of money. One thing Audi have kind of done really stupidly is the amount of derivatives they have for this Q4. You can get it in a 30, which is anything up to about 200 miles, the 40, and then the 50. And would you believe it, the only difference the 50 has is four-wheel drive, same range. But you can then add certain packs. It's just bonkers. There's over, I think, 40 different derivatives, and after WLTP, it's supposed to be about model simplification. They haven't done that. Nonetheless, let's talk about this car. Launch edition car. I love this new kind of square off steering wheel. Really, really cool, really easy to use. Now, the sat nav screen. In the A6 I drove recently, I didn't like it. It had a kind of a, you depress the screen when you're trying to do something. This is a standard touch screen. There's no kind of issues. It just seems a lot better than that one. Just simple thing like that. Drives cockpit as you expect it to be. Very, very thorough, very, very good. Easy, clear. You can have your sat nav screen with Google Maps on it. Just got to set my cruise control. Right, gear lever. Gear lever is a little knob now. You just touch up and down, done. Similar to the Skoda, similar to some of the Volkswagen products. You're going to see a lot of similarities. This can be called Skoda Enyaq, can be called a VW ID4, Audi Q4 E-Tron. Quite simple. There's no real kind of issues with that, but you know, you are paying a lot more than an ID4 because of the Audi badge. It's quite simple. Right, one of the interesting things in this car is once you get in it, you sit in your seat and you put your foot on the brake, the car will automatically start. It has some weird kind of technology in it that it will start the car straight away, and then when you leave the car, put it in park, it will turn it off. I don't know why you do that. It's a bit stupid. So what options on the car? As I said, it's got a Sonos sound system, which is pretty impressive. It's got sat nav, it's got heated seats, full leather with grey stitching. No memory seats, no electric seats. Now, the only reason I can think that this car does not have electric seats is because from the weight perspective as an electric car. But I would add them on there. I like electric seats. I think I say it in most of my videos. Yeah, the whole manual thing on the side of the seats is old school. It's too old. We shouldn't be doing that. There should be ways of improving these kinds of things. Loads of little cabins here, so you've got two cup holders, some space there for your phone and for everything else, the keys. Pockets on the side. It's just easy. It really is an easy car to drive. As I said, I've seen up to 275 mile range, down to 210. over the last 48 hours that I've had the car. Now, one of the big things in electric cars I always like to point out is what happens when you turn the aircon on. Now, yesterday was quite warm, and I was losing anything between 7 miles and 15 miles, depending on the intensity of the aircon. So if I was getting a full blast, cooling the car down, I was using more, well, the range went down. But overall, as long as you can charge it, and I'll come on to that in a second, it's actually quite easy. And I know people talk about range anxiety in these cars. It's actually really easy, this car. Charging, so I have 2 charging points close by where I live. One at Tesco's and one in a retail park. The retail park has got an 80 kilowatt charger, so I thought I'm going to go there and use it. It's an Osprey charger. Osprey. Didn't work. Came up with charging fault. This is the problem with electric cars. The infrastructure, if you don't have a home charging station, is not there. And there's a lot of people that have said the same thing. It's not there. You can't do anything with it. And if I had less miles than what I had at the time, I'd have been buggered. So I did end up going to my local Tesco's and charging there. So I charged it for 20 minutes and I got 45 miles. And that was free. I don't know how it is free, but it was a rapid charger. So it's a 50 kilowatt charger, and I didn't pay for it, so great. But you know, as long as you have a home charging, I think it'll work. Now, this car apparently goes against the Mercedes EQA that I've driven a couple of months ago. Now, the EQA I found, the EQA is probably a slightly smaller car than this. This is probably better value for money, because you are getting a bigger car, masses of room in the back, the boot's a decent size. I think the EQA is a lot smaller than this. I think Audi, for this being the first kind of, well, Audi's mainstream electric car, it's going to be a winner. They expect to sell some stupid amounts over the next 18 months, and I can see it happening. There are some problems with the car. There are some problems. Problem number 1, price. 50 grand. How are you going to get people into a car with, you know, reasonable amount of spec? You know, no sunroof, no electric seats. It's just not going to happen. You got to sort the pricing out on these. The other thing, the Bluetooth. The Bluetooth is very, very hit and miss. It'll work. It will cut the connection. You have to reset it up again, reconnect everything again, and off you go. That's shit. That is no good. You can't have Bluetooth function failing after a phone call. It just shouldn't be happening. Something as basic as that. Now, I've not driven the Skoda Enyaq. I've got one coming in a couple of months. Now that has a range of up to 400 or even over 400. So they claim 423 miles. If this could do that, this would sell like hotcakes, because of the badge, because of the range. It reduces that range anxiety. Yeah, that would do it. ID4, as I said, not driven the ID4 yet. I've heard some very positive things about it. Waiting to get my hands on one. There is very soon to be an ID5 coming out, which is supposed to be bigger. So I'm not sure if that kind of is bigger than this or not. But again, I'm sure if Audi VW price it right, it will work. So what I'm getting 4.2 miles per kilowatt hour at the moment. I'll be in the car for 20 minutes. Not bad. Now I've not turned the aircon on. It's getting a bit warm, so turn it on. 20 degrees. I've lost 15 miles in that. 15 miles. in my trip into London yesterday, what I was doing was turning it on, turning it off, turning it off, turning it off, because that's the only way I can cool the car down and keep the range at a sensible level. In the end, when I was on the home stretch, I just thought enough's enough, the aircon's got to stay on, and I got home and then eventually managed to charge it. So from that perspective, it's not too bad. I would love to try the new Audi E-Tron GT. I think that looks very, very cool. Some people that I've spoken to have said it is a Porsche Taycan with an Audi badge, but if you're part of the same company, why wouldn't you? If it's not broken, why try and fix it? So, as I said, this car goes against the Mercedes EQA more than EQC. It's slightly smaller than EQC, but this is, I'll be honest with you, this is a better option than the EQA, without a doubt. The size, the boot space, the rear leg room, it works so much better than the EQA. From a price point perspective as well, I think the Merc is slightly overpriced for what it is. This is a much, much better option. But I've also realised these windows are double glazed, so there is literally no road noise coming from outside. Even the wipers are silent. You know, it's raining, the wipers are on, you wouldn't be able to tell. It's very, very well insulated, this car. So it's a good package from Audi. It's exactly what you expect from the high quality from Audi. Are we set up as an infrastructure in the UK for it? No, we're not. But for probably one of the most important cars Audi have launched, it's a very, very good option. Company car drivers, benefit in kind 1%. 40 quid, 50 quid, bargain. Said good size, gives you that reassurance over things like the EQA that yes, you can use it every day without having to worry about the boot space or the rear leg room. So it's an impressive machine. There's a couple of bits, but they're individual. I don't like them, but someone else might. The air vents, but again, as I said, that's just me. The digital cockpit is brilliant. The customizations on it's good. Touchscreen works really well, better than the plug-in hybrid I drove recently. So you can see that the Volkswagen Group are having an influence on Audi, and the materials are now being shared. But it's an impressive car. Guys, always thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do let me know what you think of this and others in the comment sections below, and I'll be back soon with some more new content. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and I'll see you soon.